Hey folks, quite often I get people ask me, Jeff, how do you clean a turkey? Well, there's multiple ways to skin this kitty, but here's how I do it. I'm not saying I'm the authority, this is just one way. Of course, if you're really proud of your turkey, you should take it to a taxidermist and do whatever you want there. But if you're like some people I know, like Ryan Chucklin, you've got hundreds of these on your wall, you don't have enough room nor money to pay for another one. So here's a quick and easy way how to make a nice trophy with the tail fin, the beard, and the spurs, and then of course get the wonderful turkey meat off this. So let's start with that meat, and we're gonna take the breast. Some people take the legs, but I gotta warn you, if you take the legs off of it, it's just a fact. A turkey spend most of their lives on their legs. They depend on them. They're very muscular. You got to cook the hell out of them, put them in a crock pot. But the breast, on the other hand, I usually cut it really thin, marinate it in maybe some mustard powder and buttermilk, and then fry it. It's wonderful. So this is the turkey's sternum right here. A lot of people mistakenly think this crop is the chest, but it's not. You go below the turkey's sternum, cut into the skin, and imagine it's just a big dove breast, is all it is. It's an oversized dove breast. So we're going to skin that back. You can even break the pelvis to pop the hips. So I'm just going to expose this breast. I'm just trying to carve this off the breastbone, just like you would fillet a fish almost. So I'm going to go as close as I can down the breastbone. Try to get all the meat. There's that little fillet of meat right near the breastbone that you don't want to miss. And there's no real art or science to this. You just have to get in there with your knife straight near the breastbone until you get that lovely breast fillet off. So that right there, my friends, is wild turkey nuggets. Like I said, I like to cut this piece of breast in half again. That way you almost have two of those. Cut that thin. Wonderful. Put that on ice. So let me put this somewhere. So you do the other side, and then if you want to take the legs, you just disarticulate the hip, take the hips off. So now on the spurs, you can do this many ways. Sometimes people clip the leg off right there and take the spur and the foot. A lot of people have those very morbid spur necklaces, and how you make those, I'll tell you, this bone is hollow because it's a bird. If you clip this off there and there, over time, this bone will be hollow, and you can put a leather cord or a thong through there, make a necklace or whatever. Now, if you don't have clippers, you can disarticulate this leg bone like any animal, and it'll come right off. But I like a handy dandy, easy cut ratcheting clippers. Ew. Oh, oh! And it's just that simple. So then I can make another cut. And over time, or you can take a small knife and make a hole in there, and there's your spur. You can hang that with the tail fin and the beard and make a really nice trophy. So you take the other spur, just like I did that one. The beard is very simple. You pull the skin out until you can cut the skin without cutting the actual beard. So just carefully cut that. You have a beard. If you save your shotgun shell, you can actually put the beard in there, and it looks pretty cool. So finally, on the turkey fan, you find the cloaca, otherwise called the turkey's butthole, and you cut right behind it and down, and you try to get as many of these tail fin feathers as you can, because you want to keep as many of these tail fin feathers intact because it looks good. So I'm gonna cut just cut the tail fin off. Of course, some of these feathers you're gonna sacrifice, but this is the turkey fan. From here, if you'll go back and trim some of this meat off, you don't want to trim all of it off because that's of course what holds the feathers in. But if you'll trim that off, pin this or clamp this to a piece of cardboard or a board, a piece of plywood, clamp it just like that on both sides with this last feather, and then take salt. Ideally you'd want formaldehyde, but that's tough to get. Take salt and salt that, and in a couple of weeks you'll have a nice fan that'll be just like that. Then you can take the beard, salt it, make a little wood block, and then you can hang the spurs from it. Meanwhile, you're eating turkey meat. I'm Jeff Johnston. That's no BS.